variants, episode number 14 of Brutal Battle. So here it is, the promised follow-up to the last variants episode, where we took care of the regular white chocolate as well as the raspberry white chocolate. So for this one, it's 2 more variants, and then we're done with the white chocolate. It is a fruited one and a something else one, which I'm going to start with that one first. It's a 750 milliliter bottle, and it's also a 16-ounce can, much like the last episode. So let's just jump right into it. Let's go ahead and do the 750 milliliter bottle. This is one that I've heard from some people who have had these variants this was their favorite. So I'm hoping it is our favorite. This is White Chocolate Warmer. It's an ale aged in bourbon barrels with cacao nibs, vanilla beans, maple syrup, and cinnamon. So very winter-y, this is why it's winter warmer. And it's 14.5% alcohol. Now this one was bottled in 2019, like the end of 2019. So it is about 3 years in the bottle itself. So a little bit more aged. Well, let's crack into this and see how it is. All right. A little pour. Not too much. Well, I can do a little more than that. All right. Here we go. It looks a lot like the regular white chocolate. It's very orangey looking. Can't see through it. There's plenty of particulate in there. A little bit of bubbles hanging out on the top. I'm assuming when I swirl it, yep, it's sticking to the edges like crazy because it's 14.5%, which is a decent amount, obviously. Let me get some smell. Ooh. I get the cinnamon quite a bit. I get the maple syrup coming through a little bit. There's a nice sweetness to it. I am getting the vanilla as well. I'm getting potentially a little bit of the chocolate. Or cacao nibs. I need to go back in. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm smelling everything. And this is a wheat wine beer, so I am getting a little bit of that wheatiness. It is very syrupy smelling. It is very sweet smelling. You can definitely get a little bit of kind of like an astringent alcohol burn in the nostrils. Kind of surprised with the nose being as vibrant as it is for it having been in the bottle for 3 years. I would have thought it would have degraded more at this point. But it's actually smelling very good. I will say, of the now 3 that I've smelled, it has the most inviting smell to it. It has the most vibrant and complex smell to it. Let's see if that translates to the flavor. Going in. The first thing I get is that cinnamon. That cinnamon is very, very, very present in it. And then right after that, I'm getting kind of like that wheat wine syrupy sweetness with some maple syrup at play. And what kind of like lingers on my tongue? The cinnamon. The cinnamon really lingers on my tongue. The maple syrup really lingers on my tongue. Need to go in for a few more sips to try and suss out the other stuff. Yeah. So on the second sip, the vanilla is growing a bit. I perceive the vanilla like not that much. It was kind of getting lost with the maple syrup in the first sip. Second sip, it's starting to grow. Going in for the third. And the cacao nibs are coming out a little bit. So very much driven by the cinnamon, although as you sip it more, your palate gets a little more used to that cinnamon. It is quite a sweet beer. It is a bit astringent. You're getting that kind of like burning tickle in the back of your throat since it's higher ABV. But it's got that nice maple syrup. It's definitely got very nice cinnamon, not too much, because you know me, I don't like too much of any spices in my beers. The vanilla grows as you continue to drink it, and the cacao nibs also grow, although the cacao nibs are still extremely low. They're probably the lowest perceived flavor in there. It would be nice if they were coming out a little bit more, but this is good. I am a fan of it. You're getting a little bit of that bourbon showing up as well with a nice caramelly note in there. And, you know, the bourbon barrel may also be boosting the vanilla because you can get vanilla out of bourbon barrel. So it may be boosting what vanilla is in there as well. So it's tasting pretty good. I mean, you can definitely tell it's barrel aged, especially because of the higher ABV. Slight woodiness, but then again, you know, I'm surprised, like I said before, in this instance, because the woodiness of the bourbon barrel aging hasn't really increased a ton since it's been in the bottle for 3 years. Because a lot of the times when these barrel aged beers are aging for a while in the bottle, the wood starts to get stronger and stronger and stronger. It's there, but all the other flavors are kind of having their heyday on top of the wood flavor. So this one's pretty good. I'm a fan. Yeah, it's good. I really like the way it finishes. It also gives me a little bit of that, anyone who likes their horchata, it gives me a little bit of that type flavor. That's like their horchata-inspired blonde ale. It's like a very boozy, barrel-aged version of that is kind of a little bit what it tastes like. I like it. It's good. Definitely thus far the best of them, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and round this out. Let's go to the 16-ounce can. This is White Chocolate Strawberry. It is bourbon barrel-aged wheat wine ale with strawberries, cacao nibs, and vanilla beans. So this one should be very similar to the raspberry, except with strawberries. I was interested to read what's actually in it ingredients-wise, because I'm like, is it going to be strawberries or just strawberry? Because if it says strawberry, it's most likely just flavoring, which I'm not into, but it says strawberries, so it should be the actual fruit in there, which would be a better flavor. This one is 13.5%, so 1% lower than this White Chocolate Warmer. And this one was canned basically a year ago, so it was like early 2022. So it's almost a year in the can at this point. All right, I'm going to crack it. See what this one's doing. It looks very similar. I've got to look for like this, orangish, reddish tinge to see what the strawberries are doing to the color. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing it a little bit. You can mainly see it in the head that's there, but it's still like this light pink that's kind of showing up. And actually, this beer, when I poured it, has a lot more head to it than that White Chocolate Warmer. Actually, a lot more head to it than White Chocolate Warmer and the regular and the raspberry one. Interesting. Again, swirl it up, sticking to the sides of the glass. Let me smell this. That smells a little funky. There's kind of this weird, like, plasticky smell on the end of it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It smells a little like strawberry chapstick because of that plasticky smell on the end. I don't know what that is. That's very off-putting. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's the cacao and vanilla and the way that they're playing with the strawberry. I don't know. I don't smell a whole lot more. This isn't a very good nose, to be honest. I get sweetness. I think I'm getting a little bit of the cacao nibs coming through because I'm getting this slight chocolatey note. But that, like, plastic and strawberry just dominates. And it's not a good nose. I really don't like this nose. If it tastes the way it smells, I'm not going to like this. But we'll see. Let's go in. It tastes kind of nondescript. Like, it's sweet, but like I would probably say, oh, there's some sort of like berry or like fruitiness to it, but I can't really pick it out. Yeah. It's a pretty unremarkable beer, to be honest. I get a little bit of the vanilla coming through. I get a very little bit of the cacao nibs coming through. There's a creaminess to it probably from what the vanilla is imparting on the flavor, but it's just like fruity, but like it's just this weird nondescript fruitiness. Yeah, I don't really like this one. Yeah, that doesn't do anything for me. And then it's got that kind of like boozy finish to it where it's kind of hot. It's got the warming in the back of your throat, all that stuff, because it's higher ABV. This one's not very good. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not going to end up drinking this because it's just not worth it. The raspberry was a lot better because it was like vibrant, like distinct raspberry flavor. This just tastes kind of like blah, like it's very muddy. It's like muddy strawberry, and it's not very good. That's not a good one. So, obviously, that's going to be the loser of this episode. So the loser, the White Chocolate Strawberry, which is the bourbon barrel-aged wheat wine with strawberries, cacao nibs, and vanilla beans. And the winner, tasting pretty good. White chocolate warmer, ale-aged in bourbon barrels with cacao nibs, vanilla beans, maple syrup, and cinnamon. That one's the best of all 4 of the variants, and the white chocolate strawberry is the worst. So I think if I'm ranking them, I would put it as the white chocolate warmer number 1, then the white chocolate raspberry number 2, then the regular white chocolate number 3, and then last white chocolate strawberry. I don't know. I don't know what went on with that white chocolate strawberry, but it's just not very good. It's not good. Yeah. So that's it for this. Sorry, it's on the shorter end, but it is what it is. We'll be able to do some more variant episodes because I do have some more. I actually have the Oud Tart, a few of the Oud Tart beers by the Bruery, which would be a lot of fun with different fruits in them. It's a sour. It's like I think its base is like a Flanders red, and then they have it with different fruits, which would be a lot of fun. But this one was fun too, even if I didn't like all of it. But it's always a good time anyway. Thanks for everyone for checking this out. Really do appreciate it. Rate us and review us through whatever podcatcher you use. iTunes helps us the most. Tell people about the podcast. We really do appreciate that. You can send email to us if you want to talk to us or if you have ideas for the show or beers you want to hear on the show. brutalbattlepodcast@gmail.com. We're on Untapped. I am Carlton Malibu, all one word. Rebecca is, Ruby Reb 82? 62, sorry. Ruby Reb 62, all one word. Our Instagram is Brutal Battle Podcast. And I feel like I'm missing some. Oh, if you want back episodes, you can just go to brutalbattle.com or you can go to archive.org and search Brutal Battle. And the pictures for all the episodes of the beers are on brutalbattle.com as well as on our Instagram. So yeah, you can check that out. Also, if people don't know, we're on iTunes, but we're also on Stitcher and Spotify and I think some other ones, and whatever the Google is. It used to be Google Play. I think it's something else now. But we're out there on a lot of stuff, so yeah. But anyway, thanks everyone for listening, and until next time, keep it brutal. I feel so